Vodum, rise up, family. Family, rise up.
Rise up.
Hey,
Can you hear me?
Yeah, Dr. Joe.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Family, that's Dr. Joe there in the Gambia. I'm going for Mama Naasira, and they run a beautiful vegan home interest restaurant. That's what I call it, a home interest restaurant. Give you some very homely nutrition, So it's a beautiful, beautiful vibration that we can have them here with us to tell us about their journey. You understand, So you're there with us, Doctor?
Oh, yeah, she's here.
We're here. How are you, Doctor?
Hey.
Before we begin, we want to thank you, sir, for your many years of service for not just nation building, but community and your inspiration. And from the time we met you years ago, we knew you were a very special person, but we didn't know to what extent. And we are truly blessed to have you in our life. Thank you, sir.
Give thanks. And likewise, you give thanks for the wonderful works that you and your wife is doing there in the Gambia. Because nutrition is very good. When we have good health, As I was saying to the listeners, you have a wonderful home interest restaurant.
The home-restaurant.
Yes. Home. So introduce yourself, Mama.
Okay, yes. Hi, I'm Naasira Ageela. I'm known as Mama Naasira. I am actually from San Francisco, California, born and raised. And I also finished high school there. I also had the experience where I experienced living in the all-black neighborhood, the Fillmore. And after several years, by the time I was 12, the redevelopers wanted us to sell the property, and our parents in the neighborhood were against it. So they bombed the house across the street. Our windows were blown out, so we had to move from the Fillmore, and we ended up moving in the hippie area. And then I'd gone on to City College of San Francisco, studying clinical science, and I was fortunate to work at UC Medical Center as a medical lab tech and phlebotomist. And also married for 18 years and raised 3 wonderful sons, and they're also in the U.S. still. I guess what I can say, I had an experience at the age of 19 working in the lab. It's in the book where I drew a patient's blood and I was stuck with the needle, and my life changed to eating more plant-based. And although I continue to eat meat, but I purchased a wok, and I used to eat small portions of meat with vegetables, wild rice and quinoa, and just learning how to sustain myself to stay healthy because my liver was challenged and, eyes were yellow. So I have a long history here. But anyway, I worked at the college that I actually attended. I graduated in my early 40s after raising the children, and I worked in the library as a library technician. And I met Dr. Joe, I guess about 26 years ago. And it was interesting. I ran into him 3 times. And the 4th time we were in the health food store. And that's when we connected. And I was catering food for my friends that were challenged with diabetes and high blood pressure. So I actually prepared food and made a little money because I bought a new car. And it's just a long story of just adventures. And from there, my husband was teaching, and he decided he wanted to retire, and he retired me, and we started catering more for people. And then we decided to write a book, and it ended up with 3 books. And one is SpicyTastyvegan Cuisine for the melanated people, an informative health guide for the melanated people. And the second one was an informative guide to healthy living, which is for the general public. And then we have the third one, which is the Kitchen Companion. And they all have 50 plus recipes and no soy. We learned that the soy was definitely something that, unless you purchase it, unless it's fermented, it's not really something that we should eat. And I'll let my husband finish up on his story.
Hey, Dr. Joe.
Well, my name is Dr. Gregory Joe Bledsoe, affectionately known as Dr. Joe. I'm a Hastings College of the Law graduate, a former teacher and educator for 30 years, Steps for Peace Award recipient. I'm a producer and writer of music that provides positive, inspirational, and self-empowering messages. A health advocate, and I'm the founder and director of the Oakland Street Peace Festival. And I've been on a plant-based lifestyle for over 40 years, and a vegan for 28, and or something like that. It's been a while, believe me. And I happen to be blessed with meeting the best vegan chef in the world, at least according to me and a whole bunch of other folks. And I am so thankful that we're on this journey together, helping to make the world a little better.
Yeah, man, give thanks. Okay? Give thanks. Rise up for that.
Yes. So what I have been doing since I've been in the Gambia is we pointed out a lot of things that we saw that could be improved. And we were looking at what we could do. As you know, the Gambia's, the land is fertile. Both sides of the river, because it was carved out by the colonizers that way. But it turns out it has the richest soil in the world. And, only less than 1/3 of it is really used at this point. But it's not so much using so much of it. It's taking what you have and using that in a quantitative method. So we are looking at expanding, getting the wild rice here or something similar to it, because they may have it in the villages to bring out the rice that's more nutritious than what they have been subjected to. We also are continuing with the school, and Mama didn't mention that. We have been here. It's 9 years, and y'all know 9 years is completion, okay? So 9 years. 8 years, Mama Naasira has had the SpicyTastyvegan Institute, where she has been teaching the Gambians, Sierra Leone's, Liberians, the different students, how to prepare food, vegan, plant-based, and using the local herbs and spices. And one of the things that she has demanded, along with me, that whatever they learn, whatever they're able to grasp, please share it. Not just keep it to yourself and your immediate family, but share it. So we have a conscious rippling effect. The other that I have been doing is working on the healthy, wealthy, and wise, and I've been sending that out so that we could raise the collective consciousness that way through those two principles of just gratitude and forgiveness. It's only 21 days, and you don't fight against your subconscious. You create a new paradigm of yourself, and you create a new world. It works. All I can say is I've had a flood of testimonies, including my reluctant double Capricorn wife. It took me a year to get her to do it. Anyway, we could go on, but here is my wife.
I'm here with my co-presenter, Jamas.
Yes, I just like, first I say you both got so melodic voices, your voices are really, really so. You sure you're not singers, or are you both singers?
Yes, we are.
Oh, you are? Okay.
I sang in the church as a child, so
right.
And then we had Motown, rhythm and blues. So yeah, we were singers, and it also strengthens your voice the more you sing, as you know.
So what?
I have been blessed. I've been blessed to have three albums.
Oh wow!
And music that's mind-moving, motivational music. I call it 3M music.
Yeah.
So where can we get in contact with yourselves or find out more about you? What social media platforms have you got any contact details?
Yeah, we have. You can check contact us on WhatsApp. We have the phone number. If you it's the +220-347-7437 is my husband's number, and mine is the same but 0 at the end. And also we have over 250 videos on YouTube.
Ooh.
And also, and it's under Spicy Tasty Vegan Cuisine.
Spicy.
And I repeat,
yes, repeat that.
Spicy. Spicy is SPICY.
Yes.
Tasty, TASTY. Vegan, VEGAN. Cuisine, CUISINE. Spicy Tasty Vegan Cuisine.
Fantastic.
And also we have the Facebook is Spicy Tasty Vegan hyphen the books.
Right.
Yeah, Spicy Tasty Vegan the books. And our email is also spicytastyvegan@gmail.com.
Fantastic.
Yes, and also we was actually referred to come to the UK in 2016 by Dr. Ageela Africa and his wife, Dr. Son. Yes, and we did a cooking class in his home, and his videographer lived in the UK. Kwame, remember his last name, Kwame?
Yeah, Brother Kwame.
Yes,
Kwame, yes.
He's a presenter here.
Yes, Kwame, and of course Dougie. We were connected with Dougie. And
Yes,
Dougie, yes,
Dougie.
Fantastic.
We have a memorial for Dougie on the 26th of this month.
Yeah, 20th of next month. 20th
Next
of July.
month, yeah, July.
Yeah.
He was an incredible man.
Yeah,
He
man.
was an incredible man. I'm not just saying that because he is a fellow Cancerian and we love to kick it with him, but he was an incredible man.
What would you say was it? What was his qualities? What was Dougie's qualities?
Well, one of the things, he was just inclusive. You know, he was genuine. He was authentic. He was like, well, you know, with that Cancerian type, he's like, they're the mothers of the zodiac, okay?
Right.
So he gave you that warmth, and he was looking out for you. It wasn't just for him. And those were the qualities that I appreciated. And I think as a result of that, he was able to have people gravitated to him, like his magnetic personality, which really came from his heart. And that's what I appreciated about him.
And he was a very inspirational and telling people about the vegan lifestyle. Because I remember we were on a radio station with Dr. Sally, I think, Dr. Sally, and Dr. Sally.
Professor Sally.
wanted us to, was it Sally? Yes. Yeah. He wanted us to create a book that had meat in it, you know, because he said people may need more time to convert to vegan. And Dougie said no. He said we should keep it this way because we are dying. And he was very passionate about what he believed in. So he was also, we would always go out and dine together. He also set up places for people to come and test our foods. Right. So yeah, he was a wonderful person.
And he was a person who was a forerunner in getting the word out. I mean, yes, we have it in our book that we are very different from Europeans, you know, just the physiological changes. Our bones, generally, those that are melanated, when we talk about dominant, the darker, you know, if you really like, because everybody got melanin. But if you got a lot of dark stuff in you, then you have certain things the others do not have. Your bones are 10 times stronger or denser. you have things like a more extensive nervous system. In other words, more veins. But if you get them clogged up by eating the wrong food, that can be a problem, okay? They have more worms and parasites to help to digest their food than we. So if we eat the same kind of food that they eat, like that English breakfast. Did I say English breakfast? Then you're going to have a problem, okay? There are a number of things in our book. We have a chapter on melanin in there, and we have been blessed by many folks like Dr. Elela Africa and others, Dick Gregory. I guess that's one of the blessings in just being around and being blessed, so that we are also standing on the shoulders of these other greats. So I cannot say any more than my work at this time is just putting my ego aside and like eagles stand down and letting my posse do the work. That's like my guardian angel, the other guardian angels we have that work with us with our specialties, like your music, if it's chef stuff, if it's technical stuff, whatever, they're there. Your ancestors, they're there. Your cosmic family. You've got so many others that are here to be connected with if you allow them by getting your ego to stand down. And in our book, we have chapter 5, which states, most men are slow. It takes about 40 years before the average man begins to mature. We all know, first year, more female babies survive than male babies. There are more women over 100 than men. Men have more heart attacks, strokes, baldness, gout than women. And women, their brain is 25% heavier than ours. You ain't going to get people shouting about that. 25%. You're talking about the cerebral cortex, those nerve endings that deal with intuition, multitasking, language acquisition, and pain management. That's why we men would be a fool to argue with a woman, because they don't fight fair, okay? And I could go on in that area, but the bottom line is the lines have been blurred or messed around because of the colonizations, because we've all had our lane to stay in. So now it's time for truth to all come out, and that's part of it, so we can go about the mission of healing ourselves.
Serious thing. What day in July is your day?
Mine's the 15th of July.
All right, my one is the 12th.
The same as...
Wow.
You're... I'm sorry, I'm a bit biased. I think this world, the new world, is being brought about by the Capricorns who do the work.
That's me.
And the Cancers who do the mothering. So, I mean, I ain't mad with those other cardinal signs like the Libra, because you guys are invincible and super people, okay, beyond human. And that other one, that Aries, you guys are the babies, and come on, you cannot do
What? I'm a baby.
Unless you come as a child. And that's what we're talking about, the Aries. You cannot enter the kingdom unless you come as a child. And so the Aries have a leg up on us. There,
okay, I'll take that now. Thank you for that. For our listeners, firstly, before I ask you a question, can you give us the contact for your book again?
Yes. We also have the books on Amazon.
Right.
Amazon.com.
Nice.
Amazon UK.
UK, yeah, either one. And then you can just enter SpicyTastyvegan Cuisine.
Right.
And all three of them will come.
Fantastic.
Also, and then of course on Facebook. Well, but the books, you can purchase them, and there were books in the UK we had left, but that's been 8 years, 9 years now.
Dr. Aboo, maybe you can help us with a authentic and genuine book place where we can have our books there.
Yeah, man, you can have it with Papa Kai. Elder Papa Kai.
Yeah. Dr. Aboo, that music was, man, tell us about the music. I mean, people here love it. Tell us about it.
Well, it just, I just know the flavor that you're on, and To me, music is a part of our development. You know, see it, and if you know, the reason why we are even backlog in unification is because the music ain't saying that anymore. You know,
That's right.
instead of the artists them to inspire the people, they are entertaining them, they are containing them, they are diverting them. You know, so I grew up on music. You know, I grew up on music. The music I grew up on in Jamaica is like social commentary. I grew up on the calypso, Mighty Sparrow telling you, giving us a social of what's going on. You know, the reggae, the ska, the Peter Touch, the Bob Marley. You understand? You know, certain artists.
Gregory Isaac.
Gregory Isaac, yeah man, veteran.
He's born on my birthday.
Yeah.
He's born on my birthday, July 15th.
Yeah.
So he's in there too. Gregory Isaac.
You know, Sugar Minot. You know what I'm saying? That you have artists that inspire. You know, make you wanna do things. You know, what they're using now is entertainers, and you know, you cannot put a dress on an artist that bring forth inspiration, but you can put a dress on an artist that to entertain you.
Our singers were political, like Stevie Wonder, you know, and Isaac Hayes, Marvin Gaye. Those were messages.
Yeah, but like everything else, we had our challenges because we did not control the industry. But at this point in time, now that the underlining factions have been neutralized, all we basically are negotiating with are those that have been programmed, the gatekeepers and the others, and they aren't aware that there's nothing more to back them up. So it seems like we have an opportunity maybe to sway those or help those that can be, you know, ascend in a certain direction.
Yeah.
But if not, it's cool in the game, because if they ascend the other way, they're just ascending down into the black hole, the abyss, God itself. So either way, we're all expressions of the Most High.
That's it.
But I'm telling you, I'm enjoying it being in heaven on this side now. And I ain't mad at nobody for, you know, hey, what can I say?
You see, I'm a songwriter, I'm a dub poet, you know, and if I, you know, I can just go into I can just walk into a situation and feel the vibes and write a song, you know. You know, you grew up in a certain environment, because I born here, I grew up in Jamaica, you know. You know, my parents then sent me back to Jamaica.
It's your roots.
In the 50s.
It's your roots.
Yeah, in the 50s, because it was so dangerous for black boys. At that time,
it wasn't easy.
You know, it wasn't easy,
Yeah,
you know. But I give thanks that I grew up in Jamaica, that roots, because it prepared me for the world.
That's right.
You know, this place.
You really need that foundation.
No, it's true, sis.
Yeah, well, it
It's
shows.
true. You know, you grew up amongst artists them like Peter Touch, Bob Marley, Jacob Miller, Marcia Griffiths. All of these, you know, they inspire you. You know, and if you there was a radio presenter called Jeff Dixon. He was killed with Peter Touch named Abaka I. You know, see, he was Jeff Dixon. If anybody know, and that's why they take them out, because these were people that bring inspiration to the massive. You understand? You know?
Yes. Yeah, it seemed like in this life things are just in seasons. You know, because I just think about, I raised 3 sons. They're now in their 40s, and it's a lot different. I mean, I worked in the schools with them, and I saw the change. And now it's something different. I mean, I still listen to some of the old music because I have that vibration to it. This other, I don't know what it is.
Well, I think it's a wonderful opportunity for artwork such as yours and others that's positive to come out, because there was a stranglehold on trying to wake people up, whether it was through music or through food. But as I said, those underlining factors have been neutralized. Give a high five to our galactic brothers and sisters, okay? So now we can move on, okay? And it's one thing I try to remind folks of is that, the general thing is that we're all expressions of the Most High. But keep in mind, even though you may have a tiny fraction or a group, because they have been programmed a certain way, that think that they're supposed to control everybody, and they work together, so they seem to have been very efficient in being able to drug a world and do all other kind of what. It's okay to give them a high five for the dastardly deeds they did to do what they did, like the cigarette. It's more dangerous for the people that are secondhand smokers than it is for the person who smokes the cigarette. That's high five. I mean, come on. Once you begin to give them a high five for doing the best they could with their level of consciousness, then you start to release and let go. You ain't so angry.
No.
And when you're angry, just like if you're angry or depressed, that gives out that energy. They call it loosh.
Yeah.
That's what the reptilian types feed off of. And so that's why they do what they do. Create your butt into a big battery, suck off of it. Don't do it. Once you understand what not to do, to stay in the presence, stay in a state of thanksgiving and forgiveness, and all that you even can imagine will be done on and over and through you.
No, it's serious thing, As I said, nature have no profit margin. You understand,
That's right.
So sometimes, and we are of nature, the more we come together, is the more we can put away capitalism. Because capitalism is a disease.
It is.
You understand? Just like colonialism, it's a dangerous virus. And
it is.
And when I look at it, it's capitalism around the world. Capitalism run the politics, it's run the religious system, it's run the media. You understand? But a lot of people,
that's right.
A lot of people doesn't understand that it was capitalism that put chain on our hand.
That's right. Capitalism, that's because it's only for a few people. It wasn't for the 99 1%ers. They're the ones.
So the works that the IDM is doing in the Gambia is wonderful because when the mind get good nourishment, it will function. See it.
That's right.
And to the junk that them putting in the mind. That's why sometimes we even have amnesia.
That's right.
You understand
amnesia.
it? Because the food can be a diversion.
That's right. Oh yeah, it can change.
Yeah.
It can change everything.
You understand?
I mean, that's why I'm 70. Yeah, when you eat better, you think better, and you live longer. And more positive things come to us. But anyway, I was gonna just want to let you know in the book we have some things that would be good for you to look at. We talk about the GMO foods that's been really bad, especially in America. And then we talk about organic food, which is here in the Gambia, which is wonderful. And we talk about the fruits and the vegetables, and we talk about the dirty the dirty 15 or the clean 15? There's some food that's some fruits and vegetables are better than others.
Yeah.
You can look in the book and that will tell you. And the pesticides, yes. And also the herbs and spices, because herbs and spices is very, very important because that's the medicine.
During my time in the Gambia, what I get to find out is this product called Maggi. It's one of the biggest killers,
Oh, gosh. Yes, and that's why we've been with the spices and herbs like the cumin and to kind of get them, I don't know what happened here. It's the same thing as what happened to us in America.
Yeah, anywhere they colonize, they leave a virus.
That's right.
You know, see, it's a virus, so even sometimes you have to talk with them because sometimes you can't, it's not a condemnation. It's an affrication. See it,
That's right.
You have to affricate them because when I go down there and I see young girls dying of breast cancer and all of these things, and then when I start to check the ingredients in this product, I say, wow, why doesn't the government run a health program to inform the people them? But what I find, Gambia doesn't have a president; it have a European project manager.
Yeah, yeah. This country is ran still by the Europeans, the white ones.
Yeah,
the British. I mean, they really did them a job.
Oh.
Yeah, they eat rice. And it's unfortunate that rice is the main course. But thank goodness here, we teaching them to stir fry.
Yeah, Mama Naasira got sick here. She got sick, and so what she did is she took, in the book, she has 3 different recipes. One was a pineapple drink. The other was a detox.
Yes.
And the third...
Yeah, just combined.
Yeah, she combined them.
Yeah,
and she used the local herbs here, and she came up with what she came up with. We had one former governor who came over, and he thought he had malaria, and Mama Naasira gave him the drink that she used, and he took it, and he fell out on the couch. We didn't know if we killed him or what. But when he came to, he was doing everything but hollering, hallelujah, I'm healed. And he started to do the research on it, in terms of how it's stored and with conditions and whatever fermentation. And he's a member of WAHU, which is the Western Alliance of Herbalists, medical doctors, and that was in Lagos. And the package was there, and they loved it in 2019. But then that COVID thing came out, and, they couldn't get production to the people. However, the president of Madagascar got the information, and he put it together using one of their local herbs, got it out to all of his people, and there was no challenge. He did say that the World Health Organization tried to bribe him with $20 million to put something in it he didn't want in it. And when he refused, the president said there were 2 assassination attempts. They're unsuccessful, thankfully. Yeah. But Mama Naasira and I, with the urging of our attorney, who said, you guys help everybody else in the world. We need some help too. So I said, okay, draft me a letter and tell me who to send it to. He drafted us a letter to his credit, gave us a list of the representatives to send it to, which we did. But after some time, there was no response. So Mama Naasira and I, we make it available to everyone.
And it really helped a lot of people during COVID. I have a friend, nurse, in Texas, and she was telling me how so many people was just so ill, and really it was about changing their lifestyle, eating, and the things, drinking alcohol. And I asked her, I said, you were around so many ill people. I said, what did you do to keep from getting ill that way? And she said, oh, your concoction. She said, every morning I have a cup of it in my coffee. And she said, at 7 a.m., I go to the toilet, I get ready, and I go to work, and I feel good all day. And she's still doing that today because she's still nursing. So it's really good. If you had come by, Dr. Aboo, I would have given you some. So next time when you come through,
you said you
gotta come and get some of this good food.
The time when I pass by, that means that you never hope at the time. 'Cause more time I'm in Barra, cross the other side.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, it's far.
This is a big place. This is Gambia.
It's
big.
It's beautiful. And you talk about the rice. Over there in Barra, it's a.
They have good rice.
You know that Gambia used to be the University of Rice in Africa,
I'm sure they had wild
if you
rice here.
Yeah, if you go and check the history, Chinese used to come to Gambia to learn about rice production.
That's right. That's right.
If you
they learned it from Africa.
Yeah.
Yes.
If you go and check certain things before the invaders come, before the invaders come, the status and the post them that even woman old. The woman in Africa did hold the post, they call it EED, HEED, health, education, economy and defense. That was the post that woman hold in Africa before the European coming.
Wow.
A lot of people talk. You see, what they don't realize, defense, for you to defend anything, you got to have nurture.
That's right.
You got to have nurture because the woman mother is the first one that's defend us from the parasite within us.
That's right.
You understand?
That's right.
And she have the nurture to defend us from the outer enemy.
Yeah.
You know, see it, But there's a lot of things them that they hide, you see, even in the Bible when they tell you that Abraham threw the woman out into the desert, metaphorically is how them throw the female principle. That's what they do.
That's true. Now, I came up with my mother that did not work. She cooked every day. My father was a carpenter, and he would come home by 4:30. The food was on the table. She had the beans and the cornbread every day. We had salad, and he ate roast beef every Sunday. And I mean, we ate really well. We ate cakes, really good cakes, coconut cakes, jam cakes with blackberry jam. And when I left home in 1971, 72 to go to college, and there was McDonald's right across the street, that's when they really messed us up.
Hey.
And I remember when I got the hepatitis, the doctor said, you need to eat the way your mother raised you. It's because it was in my blood. I'm type A, and type A people generally eat plant-based, more alkaline.
Yeah.
And, I have a very sensitivity to acidic foods. I couldn't drink milk and, fried fish and that cornmeal. I was allergic to all of that. So when I got sick at 19 and the doctor said, you need to eat the way your mother raised you, that's when I started cooking and preparing food. Every Sunday I would cook big pot of black-eyed peas, cornbread, mac and cheese, and I would eat off that throughout the week. I wouldn't eat any more food from the restaurants. And I think that's what really helped me to be where I am today. Still today, I'm in the kitchen sometime until 1 and 2 o'clock, setting it up for the chefs to come in. And I'm just thinking, I'm really grateful that I'm still strong like that. I've been very little sleep.
You see, food is a very important fuel,
Very important.
When we were small, we couldn't eat out, We couldn't go and eat. We couldn't do that. See it,
No. That's right.
But today, when I go to these, like in the UK, you have a lot of chicken shop, with these. I always said these are miniature coffin. These box. There's miniature because you're not eating fried chicken, you're eating diced chicken.
Yes.
Right. It's just a product them dye up and sell you,
And don't forget the vegetable oils.
Yes.
I mean, most folks they bamboozled us. I mean, our book basically is based on our experience in America, and as we spoke before. They have a history, meaning that small group of folks, of slowly poisoning the majority of us through contaminated water and food, and then raining down on us what they call geoengineering.
Yeah.
And we have, as you well know, things like atrazine that they spray on our food and So you got a lot of folks whose hormones are here, there, and everywhere. They don't know if they're a man, woman, boy, or girl. But at the end of the day, because everything is a divine resolution, it just brings out the fact that there should be, ought to be, will be, and always can be unconditional love. And so we still can unite no matter how we've been fractured, because we've all been beaten just with different sticks and different whips. I mean, Mama Naasira and I, we're Native Americans. You know, our DNA goes back further than the first people on the planet. You know, we were bamboozled out of our land. And you're familiar with the different titles they gave us: colored, Negroid, African American, whatever. All of that was to separate us from our land. We had Morocco, who basically at that time helped to bring across some folks that were basically indentured servants. You had the others from Ireland because of the potato. Remember, they had that famine. A lot of them came, and the Europeans brought over a lot of children. No parents, a whole bunch of children. And what Morocco did, they just basically said, okay, you guys want to organize, we'll let you have your 13 colonies, okay? But they basically started to take and fight against us. My people are from the Seminoles, Florida, okay? Some say that's where the real Garden of Eden was. But we had a challenge with the other need-to-grow Indians that were fighting against those folks that were indentured servants who were able to get rights as Indians. You know, they call those the $5 Indians, where they pay $5, they can get a certificate, and they were entitled to all the rights, you know. So basically you had our folks fighting against us. We ended up being marched to Oklahoma, my people. And yes, it was not easy. You know, a lot of us died. But my people, very resurgent. And you've heard of Black Wall Street. That's my people in Tulsa, Oklahoma. And it did well until you-know-who decided to fire it and drop bombs from the sky on us. That's why my great-grandmother, who was there at the time, ended up bringing me to California. Okay? I was born in California.
Okay.
So my mama Naasira has one with 96 sticks of dynamite.
Oh, yeah, that's right. They blew us up over there. They did some bad things in America. It's unbelievable that we're still alive, and they still making it. And now I don't think America have a lot of people. Not a lot of us natives there. That's why a lot of people want me to come back to San Francisco. Since they bombed us in San Francisco, they gave me a certificate of preference, they call it. And they told me that I'm entitled to buy a house there, property. I could stay in a senior home. So I'm thinking I'm going to leave my place here, but I'll have people staying here. But I'm going to do what I can in San Francisco to get the money so that I can do better here. And also we have a give, send, go donation where we want to keep this place here in the Gambia, and it only costs 7,000 American dollars to, pay for it a year. So if people donate $10 a month, that would be $120 in a year. And if they want to come to the Gambia and stay in our place, it's only $50. And they would have solar here. We have the Wi-Fi. We have the compound where we grow food. We have our chefs to prepare food. And then we also have security. We have a dog. And then we have multi-pure filtered water with no chlorine, no chloramine, all of that. So, yeah, for $50, you can come, and we're trying to get some of our Americans, and a lot of them are starting to come here. Because when we came here, there weren't many Americans here. It was more or less our UK Caribbean brothers and sisters that we were around at the time.
Now, good doctor, before we end, I just want to throw out some survival things.
Okay.
Number one, just survival. Because we have different physiological differences, those that have less melanin they have more ammonia salt in their body. That's why they are cold. I mean, they're cold all the time. I mean, hot. Excuse me.
Yeah.
And that's why we end up suffering and being in cold offices and things with them. Okay. They have more, where we have selenium in our melanin cells. They don't. You know, they have sulfur. That's why when they get wet, they give off that smell.
Ammonia.
Now, we because of our nature having the melanin, it allows us to taste the full flavor of the food. You know, and in terms of being able to see with it in our iris, we can see the color within the color. And in terms of hearing, we hear the sound within the sound.
Yeah.
And all of this works very well if it's not being clogged up by those things that have been intentionally put into our environment, okay? Because they've been studying us for some time, all right? And so what we do is understand at this point in time, it's our time. There is no one in back of them to back them up anymore. We have no room, or if we care to, we don't have to play victim anymore.
True.
Whatever we do, we are backed up. We got everything, okay? Mother Earth has been crying out for some time for help, you know, because that's a sentient being too. And the universe has heard the cry. That is why we don't have, remember Chernobyl, the meltdown, remember what happened in Japan? All those things our galactic brothers and sisters have taken care of. They're taking care of a lot of other things, but they can't just reveal it all to the folks that are asleep at once. You see what they're doing right now, okay? So we just take it one step at a time.
That's good.
And we'd be open to the fact that, you know, it's really unconditional love. And we're on different levels of growth. The other thing, stay away from that salt, that white table salt. You know, it comes from table mines, and they use, heat that kills off the so-called nutrients that your body should be using. And they put in a lot of stuff that's toxic, just so it can pour better. Okay?
Give thanks, give thanks. Anna.
Yeah, my wife already mentioned stay away from the soy. Because unless it's fermented, you know, it will mess up your thyroid, hormones. I mean, we had one brother, man. He switched from regular milk to soy, thinking it was a healthy alternative. And one day he looked in the mirror, he said he had breasts about a size C cup, a size C cup. And this brother immediately, you know, he got to doing his research and praying to Allah, saying if he ever, you know, are able to get these breasts off of him, he'll do right. And so he found out the connection, the link between the soy and our hormones. And there are other things that happen. There are some folks that are bald. I can say that's probably one of the reasons why I got my unique look, okay? Because I didn't know. Okay, and there are many people who are no longer with us because of that soy. And they flooded us with it. Man, over in America, we had soy cheese, we had soy sausage, we had soy wieners, we had soy ice cream. They did us
a GM
job.
crop, you know that is a GM crop. It was that was put together for the Industrial Revolution to clean the machine. You know that?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and them, that's why the Chinese them have it, but they have to make it fermented.
Yes,
you understand?
They know how to
you know,
make it fermented.
You know, all of these soya chunk. I was in Jamaica and I was saying to some brother down there, might as well go and eat the pork. Cause it you know, it and the chunk is the same thing. You understand? You know? But Mama and Dr. Joe, I want to thank you both, you know, and we have to do this link up more often, you know, that we can get some of that nice nutrition vibes, you know.
Yes, fantastic.
Yes. Thank you so much. It was a pleasure. We appreciate it.
Absolutely. And once again, thank you for your service.
Yes.
Now, we were thinking, at least our videographer, when she heard the music, good doctor, she said, I can see putting a video to that. So, do we have your permission to use the music?
Yeah, man. That's yours, man. That's yours. You can put a jacket on it or a waistcoat.
Yeah, well, thank you so much. The music was beautiful. We sent it out to all of our friends and family in the U.S., and they were telling us that they like number one, number two, or some said they couldn't make a decision. So thank you for that.
Well, that's what
really.
It's only we can do for we, and this is what we have to promote: doing for ourselves, supporting one another. You know, so
Yes.
Dr. Joe, and Mama, we are children of the pioneer generation. You know, these people that them call them the Windrush, but they were the pioneer generation. When them come to this country, they were young people. You understand? They were young people when them come to this country, and they never turn on themselves. They come together. That's why we are here today. So that's why we have this giving vibes with us, because we come from a giving generation. The greatest people them that I ever know. I may read about some great people, but when you witness the greatness, especially in this country, the racism that they go through and still going through it, we give thanks. We give thanks. We
give thanks.
And let's keep in mind the words from that wise woman. You cannot get a diamond unless there is pressure.
Yeah, serious.
Yes. And I want to thank the UK community have been so wonderful here in the Gambia and the UK for us, because I think we've been so much more challenged in America that the UK family really have showed us a lot of love. So we thank all of you for it.
Man. Ashe.
Can you just give us the name of your company again for anyone who just arrived late?
You mean the company?
Yeah.
SpicyTasty Vegan Cuisine.
Thank
or
you.
The Homestaurant is the food that we have to nourish the body and to detox on a regular basis.
Thank you.
Ashe. Family, have a wonderful day until we link up again here.
All right. Thank you so much, too. We love you guys.
Ashe.
And looking forward to more opportunities like this.
Yeah, thank you. We hope you enjoyed the video, and to ensure that we can provide more content, information, and continue the work we do in helping others, please make a contribution if you can.
Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, and Zelle. Peace.